No makeup.
So we're standing live from Arlanda. Our flight to New York is a bit late. So we're flying is at 2. So it's me, Pingis, Emily, and we're going to meet Sasha in New York. And it's going to be a fun week.
Yeah, and very intense.
And I need, some fun days. Because as you know, it's been, quite messy the last days. But okay, so in New York, do you want to tell the reader or the...
First of all, I'm not wearing any makeup. I look really pale.
No, you're very beautiful.
But anyways, I think a lot of people are wondering, how are you?
It's so crazy because I'm feeling like very strong and happy, but also in the same time also like heartbroken. So it's both. It's like the half of the time as you see me now, I'm happy. I've been spending a lot of time with my kids, and we just got some sun. We were in Spain, but then like after a while, if I hear a song or I see a movie, something that reminds me of him, then I'm just a normal girl like crying, and he fooled me.
And how are you taking care of yourself, and what do you do in those challenging moments when you feel sad?
Like usually I try to do something else, like call a friend and do something. But now I've just been crying, just because when I have been together with him for almost 2 years, like 1.5 years, and I was so in love with him, and now I know that he was someone else the whole time. So of course it's okay to be sad and to cry, and it's tough. And though the last 2 weeks has been crazy, not only being heartbroken, but also the as you know, we had a lot of problems with his debts. But it's so important for me to keep with my keep working and get on my feet again, and try to work and live my life as normal as I can. But also when I'm feeling sad, it's okay to be sad and cry. And yesterday I was crying in my bed for 1 hour, and then my 2 friends, Linus and Sheila, they came and ate dinner with me. So
how do you think that this will change you in the long run? Will you become a different person after this? I mean, it's a tremendous crisis. It's like a bad episode of a Netflix series that
it's like a movie.
Everything is turned upside down from one day to another. How do you think that this will change you? Or how has it changed you already? But also going forward. Are there any positive effects from this as you see it?
Yeah, I'm a positive person, so I try to see this is happening for a reason. But right now I'm feeling like I'm never gonna date a guy anymore. I'm gonna stay with my girls at home. But of course, I know that I'm gonna be able to trust a guy again. I know that, but it's gonna take some time, and I think it's okay. And I have my psychologists, and I'm talking with her, trying to learn more about myself and why I'm ending up with those kind of guy.
Do you want to talk about that?
Yeah.
What do you think is
why I'm falling for the wrong guys? It's a lot. Of course, you can. The reason is, it's a long. I can talk about it for the whole day. Of course, maybe not having the kind of role model
for your family.
Yes,
or?
Maybe not the perfect dad. But also being so focused on my work and don't have maybe the time to see what's happening around you. So when a guy shows up with a lot of energy, very intense, maybe if I weren't so stressed and had that kind of intense work, maybe I would saw his
You would have reflected on his flaws a little bit more?
Like earlier, of course. But now, I was running in my speed that I have and didn't reflect so much about things he did. So it's not, it's now like the time after I can look back and see, okay, I can understand, why this was happening and that everything was a lie.
When you think about that, there might be a lot of other both men and women out there in a similar situation. Can you tell them, like, what are the things that if you're looking back, what should you have reacted upon? You should have taken a hit on the brakes. Can you give any advice to other people what to watch out for?
Good question. I think, it's only been 10 days. But I think one thing to think somebody is getting into your life so quickly and so intense. When I was meeting my ex, I was just divorcing my ex-husband. I was weak. I was confused and like an easy target. And from one day to another, Hampus was in my life, and from that, he was so intense, and I think that is one thing that you should reflect on. Is it normal to have such an intense person in your life, like direct after? And of course his career, that everything. When we met, he was living in another life. He was living in a small city, normal 27-year-old guy. And 8 months later, he's, buying expensive suits and watches and cars. And I know, a day trader, I know that their economy can go
up and down.
Up and down, of course.
But did you ever confront him, and what happened then? Or did you ever do that?
I was confronting him, a couple of times, but he always had like answer. And he said that, I know that he was borrowing like $500,000, but I also thought that like loaning like $500,000 Swedish crowns sometimes when you're trading is not that kind of strange. And I didn't think that he was buying stuff or clothes or was traveling for another person's money. But I could never imagine that he was loaning like so much money and he was buying things for him and for me with those kind of money. And the hard thing is now is that it's hard for me to know if he actually like loved me or if it was like everything around, that he loved the like the picture, or he loved the
he wanted to be in your perfect life in a way.
I think he saw me like an entrepreneur,
successful,
being and then he wanted to be in that. So but it's so the hardest part is that I don't know where his love stopped and when his tragedy started. Like, what's the difference between, was it a real love, or was it his idea that come into my life so intense and maybe, be a part of the business or be able to have the control of my money. And I'm not able to talk with him anymore. So I can't, pick the phone up and ask.
How are you combating like his kind of his aggression towards you in media? The way he's not, well, you could say he's not treating this in a proper way. I mean,
he's so upset.
Put you in a terrible, threatening situation. The security over your life, your children, and everything. How are you working through that process? And
after he told me everything about the debts, and I thought that he was gonna be like sad, and
And take responsibility.
And like try to explain why he did it. Maybe he would say that, Isabella, I really wanted your love, and I thought that this was the only way for you to like me. I thought he was, going to be honest with me and say, I'm sorry, and maybe try to get me back. I don't know.
To fix the situation.
Yeah. But he haven't said, I'm sorry, not even once. He just, he's so angry. And so, and when he acts like that, and don't say sorry, don't try to take responsible of something, just call the journalist and try to make like a revenge, then it's more clear for me that maybe it wasn't love, maybe it was the
obsession,
obsession with me and the life and everything. But I'm quite. I got a question of how I know that he's upset, and he's so upset, Hampus.
Why is he upset with you?
He's upset that I was writing in my, writing in my blog that he was about the dangerous situation that he brought me and the kids in, with loaning a lot of money from the wrong guys.
But you felt threatened. I mean, you had...
Yeah, so no, I called the police last Wednesday, or like 10 days ago, and they told me because of the situation, because of he was loaning so much money from those kind of people, it's very important for me to go out now and say that I'm not having a relationship with him anymore. We have nothing to do with each other. So that was a recommendation from the police, because they know this family.
How they operate.
And, from the outside, the guys that he was borrowing money from, they're not, they're businessmen. They're having those companies and living their normal life. But the police also know that when they don't get their money back, they use methods that are like crazy. So after that...
Not part of our legal system.
No.
Our jurisdictions.
And the police told me that they are able to, give Hampus, protection if he wants. But Hampus said that after I was writing everything in my blog to protect me and the kids, his, chances to find another person giving him money so he can give the guys money.
But that's like a vicious cycle. Just borrowing money. And
no, but that was his idea was if Okay. Yeah.
We're doing a live stream here. Sorry. Tack så jättemycket för jättegod lunch.
Lunchen var jättegod. Tack.
Maybe this is a difficult question to answer, but I was thinking, how have your children, your kids reacted, and what can you say about that? Like, have they asked where is he, because he's been around your children a lot?
Yeah, and I
what have you said? I mean, they're just 3 and 5. But...
Yeah, they're 3 and 5. He, we never lived together.
Yeah.
And my kids, they visit his apartment, and he was traveling with us in Dubai, and my kids like him. But I told them that Hampus is not in love with me anymore. Mm-hmm. So that was the reason I'm sad, because they, the kids are seeing me crying sometimes. And but they don't,
Do they try to take care of you then?
Yeah.
And comfort you, or?
Yeah, Gilles told me that, I love you, Mom, you don't need Hampus. Mm. And it's, it's sad when a 5-year-old is saying that. But I think, they're okay. I'm more ashamed of, me being a mom, putting them into this
kind of danger. And
yeah, and, the phone call to my ex-husband was terrible. Saying that, hi, Odd, you have to move. You have to live somewhere else, because... the guy I was dating is borrowing a lot of money from their own guys.
Has it, it's put, of course, a lot of pressure on Odd as well. Have you become closer in a way, and has it?
They are asking how you feeling, everything.
I'm fine.
But that's
I don't know
nice.
what to say. Hi, no makeup. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah,
I'm fine.
no makeup.
Sorry.
I'm fine. I was trying to maybe some answer some questions here.
A lot of questions.
Yeah.
But you're going to be in New York this week. What is happening in New York?
Yeah, so it's, I love my work, and I get my energy from my work. So I've been staying away for 10 days now. So now we're heading to New York, and we're going to have an event on Thursday with Löwengrips and with our distributor, True Fragrance and Amazon. So it's going to be fun. But no, this is... and people are saying what I was lying about the threat, and like an explanation about the threat situation. The guy who were knocking on my door that Wednesday, he's not a criminal guy, but he's just a messenger. So behind the messenger, there is a family. And they're also having normal companies outside Stockholm, doing a lot of restaurants and stuff. But we also know, or the police told me, that when those guys aren't getting their money back, they are using methods that are not legal. So from the recommendation from the police, they told us to be careful until we know that Hampus is paying everything back. Because maybe they are coming after me if Hampus aren't able to pay back. So that is why they also told me that you have to go out in your blog now and say that you don't have any relationship together with him. So...
I mean, a normal bank, if you were indebted, they probably wouldn't go to your house as a messenger, so...
No, they're not. But, they have been writing... like contracts with each other, skuldebrev, and they're loan agreements, and they're signed with bank-ID. So it's loans, and he loaned all the money August 20. So just after we get back together again in media, and I think he used my name to be able to loan so much money. Yeah.
And what do you hope for that will happen in the next coming weeks? What do you wish for the most?
I wish that it's not my wish, it's my security team and the police wish, and they are we hope to get a plan, or not me, but Hampus family and the guys that he was loaning money from, to get a plan of paying back, and he's going to pay back money to them his entire life.
A repayment plan and,
yes,
and a mutual understanding of how to solve the situation.
This is my, now I see this is also a gift from him. I have to take it off. Thank you for seeing. I didn't see the bracelet. Can you hold this?
Yeah.
I changed my watch, but now I saw this one. So the police and the security team, they're hoping for a repayment plan with the guys, and so when they see that he's trying to pay money back, they will them. Yes, they will let us go, hopefully, and then we can live a normal life. So, but we don't know. Maybe because we don't know if Hampus is in Sweden. Is he gonna ever try to pay the debts back or not? Or
are you afraid of him in any way?
Yeah, of course I am. Yeah, because I don't know. I don't know him anymore. it's just so sad, everything. And no, it's you said that why aren't the police giving you any protection? And they're not able to do that because about the threatening situation, it's not against me. The guys and the family have been looking for Hampus in my place and at my house a couple of times, but they haven't said anything to me. Just being at my door, sitting in cars outside of my door, but they are waiting for him. But the police and my security team, they are afraid of that. If they don't find him, maybe they will come for me. So yeah.
Do you want to give any final remarks of this whole situation, and to everyone out there also wondering how you are? And
everything is going like this, a roller coaster, but just try to think what I'm gonna say.
I'm also wondering, why do you think people are giving you negative comments instead of just support? Why do you think that people are becoming angry towards you?
Yeah, they were so angry.
In my point of view, it was I've been thinking throughout this whole situation that it's just a matter of security for you and your children.
Yeah.
Nothing else is important. You have to just put everything else aside because just take care of your security situation.
Maybe you can say from your what happened the last day, when you and your boyfriend came to my door. And
it was a difficult situation because I know that you were very emotionally fragile. I mean, your heart was broken, and at the same time, the only thing that I thought about was to get you safe. How are you safe? How is your family safe? What are the next steps to keep you safe now in the short run, and then in the long run? What is the most dangerous with this whole situation, and trying to work that out? So it's very difficult because especially you had to be a very rational person when you needed to be emotional, but you just didn't have the time or the luxury to even think about your emotions, because you only had to act upon or your security needs. And especially you have a family. It's not yourself. You have to put yourself second all the time. You have to put your children first. It was just so much pressure, and Old had to be involved in the children, so I guess it's a situation I hope that no one else has to be in ever in their life.
No, it was no.
It's like there's no time for even to think about how your heart feels.
No, exactly.
It's going to heal because until you've resolved the security threat you might have around you.
But the hard thing right now is, I was actually thinking that Hampus was going to write me an email saying I'm sorry, but instead he's so angry right now because I, from his perspective, destroyed all the chances to loan money from someone else to pay back to the
lenders.
Yeah, to the lenders. And I know that he's not done. He was talking with them. There's a gossip site in Sweden, and so I know that he's have a lot of relation. He's contacting the person behind the gossip site, and his focus right now is to take me down, and so he was
I think it's a way of trying to survive because he doesn't know where else to direct his anger.
No.
So that's usually what people do when they're really stressed.
Yeah.
That they just push their anger towards someone else.
I saw his conversation before I blocked him, Hampus, and he was writing to me that, I'm gonna destroy your life, and I'm not gonna stop until your credibility is zero. And the hard thing is, I was trying to, what can I, he was trying to, I'm going to tell all your secrets, and my life is quite boring in that way. I don't do so, a lot of secrets, no sex movies or or nothing like that. Yeah. But he's good at Photoshop. He's fantastic with Photoshop. So right now I'm expecting my head on other people's bodies and like he making up like bank account numbers. I don't know. So right now I'm just waiting for him to go crazy, trying to take me down because he's upset. And of course that is helping me not to feel like heartbroken because I see that his real side. But I think from the beginning when we met on a date, he was writing to me on Twitter, and that's also a thing that you shouldn't meet a person from Twitter. But I think from the beginning he saw me as a perfect girlfriend to make his own brand grow, and from the beginning I also believed that because his brand around himself was that he was one of the best traders in Sweden with Shark Week. Everybody knew that he was very good at what he was doing. And I think I was helping him out with making people loaning him more money to trade. And I think, he was a good trader, giving back more money back. And I think, he had a plan, but then he was addicted to taking risks. And then he was, loaning too much money. As we were talking a lot of money. And then everything fell. And then I think that he was thinking that I was able to help him with the debt. I think that he was, trying to... His plan was to say that, Isabella, I love you so much. Maybe you can help me with this amount of money. But instead, I called the police and I went out in my blog and told everybody about this, because I know about the family that was knocking on my door, or the family behind the messenger. And then he was upset and angry, and his plan fell. And now he hates me, and he wants to destroy me. But, I'm quite strong.
You're very strong.
So I'm not going to let him do that. So I'm just, I'm not saying bring it on because I don't want it, but I'm expecting a lot of Photoshops, pictures, strange, he's going to call all the journalists, my friends. He's going to try to do everything. And
you can play the Aguilera song, Thanks for Making Me a Fighter.
Yeah. Yeah. And I hope, he's not able to live in Sweden anymore because, the people are never going to let him be. So I hope he can find a new life somewhere else and start over. But it's sad because I loved him very much. And I remember I called Sheila, my best friend, after Dubai. And I was saying, I think I'm going to get married again. You're laughing. But,
sorry, I didn't mean that.
But yeah.
We've all been in similar situations, I guess. A lot of women, so... And men, probably, so...
Yeah, so if there was everything was written before. I don't know. Thank you for all the comments. No, I'm not the only girl, being in love with somebody who's pretending that he's someone else. And so I just have to, stay positive, try to learn something from this.
And maybe you can help a lot of other people, all of your followers, if they are in a similar situation, or if they will come close to a similar situation, that they can get power and strength from you.
Yeah. How we are sure that he's not in Sweden anymore. He was contacting my my security company and told us that he's leaving Sweden. And he left Sweden last Wednesday night, or was it last Thursday morning, because of the debt. The dates on the debt were. So he was he was afraid, so he left Sweden and just let me take over everything. It's so hard because I'm just a human being. I'm crying, I'm heartbroken. I'm trying to like take everything in, step by step with myself. And it's also hard because he's also changing his story all the time. From the beginning, when I called about, who is knocking on my door today, he said that, oh no, it's just my investor. He's just got upset today. And I was like, okay, but why are your investor knocking on my door? And then, like, after an hour, some hours, we realized that, no, that is not his investor. There's a totally other family. So, and it keeps coming new lies all the time. Yeah. And you're asking about Odd, my ex-husband. He is such a strong man. He is very calm with everything. He's not I thought that he was gonna be so angry at me. Like, how can you involve this person into our children's life? But he haven't said that once. He's just like, Isabella, we can spend Christmas together, and you can stay, we can be somewhere else together if you want. And he's just, he's fantastic. And the kids started taking it quite good. We were in Spain with my bodyguard, and, they were just happy to have their own police, what they were thinking, with us. So, yeah. I'm gonna see if you have some more questions before we're flying to New York. If he was together with other women at the same time, I don't think so. I got some emails from other women saying things, but I'm not involved in that. And Hampus, he is a very a kind person. He is. He was supporting me for 18 months with everything. He was, with the stalker situation, and so. And I think that he is a kind and nice person, but he was, when you're
gaming debts, or
when you have addict to playing games,
obsession about money or financial status.
Yeah, I think he was just taking too much risks and didn't see clear, and he didn't realize what can happen if you're loaning money to those people and you aren't able to pay back. And why did I put up photos on my kids when we were in Spain? My security team, they didn't think that the family is gonna fly to Spain or now fly to the US and hunting me down with the guns. It's not that kind of threat picture. It's more about that we have to find a way to live when Hampus, I haven't paid the debts back, and we don't know how the family is going to react. Are they just going to go for Hampus, or maybe Hampus' family, or are they going for the ex-girlfriend? We don't know, so we have to be on the safe side. They haven't threatened me yet. They haven't so everything is against Hampus. but we are afraid that it can affect me and the kids when Hampus is not able to be able to pay back. But the plan is now that Hampus' family is gonna start with paying back, and maybe they are feeling that it's, you know, that's enough, and then they're gonna let us all be. Some more questions. How much money is it about? It's about like, I don't think that I'm, you know everything. I know that it's 3 different families, one outside Stockholm, one's in southern of Sweden, and one in the middle of Sweden. And it's a lot of money. It's a lot of money, you know. I'm not able to pay that amount back, you know. I don't know how anybody are. I've met his family twice, and they are very sweet family. And we talked with Hampus' dad, and he was very sad, of course. And I think we all are shocked. But I'm trying to see that this as that you're an addict to, you know, playing games with money. That is, you know, he's sick and he needs help because he's addict to playing games. But in this time, he's addict to day trading with his money and with other people's money. So how am I feeling after everything? I'm still shocked, you know. Hampus was a guy that I loved very much. With his family, we have booked a trip to the Maldives in January. So, you know, I have to change everything right now. And, you know, but, you know, it's not a big problem right now compared to everything else. And, you know, there was a question about why people are mean and writing, you know, comments and, you know, gossip sites. And I think that there's a lot of people there, you know, that don't like me, and, you know, that's okay. But they also are waiting for, there are people having an idea that everything in my life is going to fall, like my business, everything is like, so they're waiting for something to crash, and when this is happening, and Hampus is trying to, you know, contact journalists and trying to take me down, people are, you know, applauding him. Yeah, things that you have to go through in your life. It's quite a tough fall. You know, I was so happy to buy my new house, and then in the middle of everything, my stalker showed up, and after the stalker, this, you know, came up in my life. So I just want to move into my house, have a Christmas tree, and be with my kids and like do Christmas candy. That's my like the plan or the dream I have right now. Yeah. And there's another question about site wrote yesterday. I haven't seen it yet. There's you know, Hampus is trying everything right now to make me now and see, you know, this is a text message and this is this, and you know, I'm waiting for Hampus to go crazy. He's so good at Photoshop, so he can do like everything. And so I'm not, you know, it's just meaningless to try to answer things that he's writing to gossip sites, because I think, you know, it will come more, and I don't. So it's better not to answer, because I don't know where this is gonna stop. So then it's better to make him, you know, say everything that he wants to say, and anklagelser. What's the word?
No, I'm thinking in Swedish. What anklagelser är? My head is saying so. I'm like multitasking.
Yeah.
He
he's
confronted me, or he accused me.
Yeah, but I'm just waiting for Hampus to go crazy against me right now.
He's accused me of.
Yeah. He's gonna accuse me of a lot of things. So I'm waiting when he's done, and then I can, you know, answer everything. I don't want to go into a fight with things he's saying right now.
And you don't know what he's gonna do, so.
No. Will you go to court against him? No, of course not. It's not an illegal to borrow money from. But you know, the thing,
it doesn't have anything to do with
no,
you.
and it doesn't have anything to do with me. You know, he was loaning money from a family in Sweden, or 3 families in Sweden, that you shouldn't do business with, and now he's not able to pay back. And if they go to court, I don't know, but I don't think it's, you know, people. I don't think that it's money that they have, you know, tax money. No, I don't think, you know, the money that he was. I don't think that the families are able to go to the police either, because it's not like taxed money. It's svarta pengar.
Yeah, well, like laundered money.
Yeah, laundered money. So, and that is why Hampus.
They've been doing business not through the legal way of doing business. They've been doing business and lending and borrowing money.
Yeah. And you know, if
outside legal jurisdiction.
No. So but one of the families, they're taking this with the police, I know. So that's good. It's not good, but you know, then they are doing it the right way when they want to get their money back instead of using other methods. So. No, you know, he's blocked everywhere because he's so han är bra på att manipulera.
Manipulate.
Yeah. So, and I'm too weak right now. So it's a bad timing for me to answer. Just reading your comments. Now, of course, I'm not gonna move. Never. You know, it's my house. I rather build like a mur.
A wall.
I rather build a wall, around the house and have like people standing there watching 24/7. I'm not moving. I just moved in. So I'm planning to have a great summer over there. Gonna build my pool. No, I'm not moving. I was trying to read the comments, but they are coming so fast. So, no, I think, I want to end with that this is tragic, and Hampus is not like a mean person. He is like everybody that are like playing with money. They're getting addicted to it, and I think it was tough for him seeing me, buying my house, traveling, and growing with my companies. And I think he was getting addicted to taking risks. But the big problem was that when he stopped taking risks with his own money and took risk with other people's money. And I don't even think that he was thinking that he was actually gonna lose them. I think he was so sure that he was gonna make the amount bigger and give them money back and just continue with his life. I don't even think that he was thinking about the risks because he was so into it. And I'm sad that he weren't honest with me, say like, I'm afraid that you're not gonna love me if I'm, not on your level or standard. I don't know. Like, can we have a discussion about that? Because I'm feeling like that this is stressing me out or something. I don't know. He was like, no, but I'm gonna take it, and I'm just gonna buy a Bentley, and that's my favorite car. And so he bought it without having a driving license. Said that, Isabella, you can drive it. And I would, being, now I know, that I wouldn't, from that, now I know that was, a strange thing to do. And, but I on that time I just thought that his trading was going very well. Because I've been seeing that he can go from like 0 to 1 million over a day, and that's not strange when you are a day trader. So, and I saw that. So I saw when we were in the Maldives, he could, earn 300,000 Swedish crowns in like 10 minutes. So I know that he was good at what he was doing. But I didn't know that he was loaning. No, I didn't know. Yeah. Just trying to see if you're asking something else. We are at Arlanda here in the airport here in Stockholm. So we're flying to New York. The flight is a bit late. So we're here waiting for the flight. And some of you was seeing this. I don't have anything left from what he was buying to me, but I saw this now. He gave me this one on my Mother's Day. But yeah. They are asking if you maybe this is Oh, great, perfect.
I can fly home.
Perfect.
Oh.
No. So you're happy.
It just means that I can come home refreshed on Friday.
That's good.
And have full energy at the office.
Ping is, she didn't have any flight back, and now she have a flight back, so she's happy. Yeah. Okay, so I'm thinking I'm gonna say goodbye. And I know that he's baby watching. So, and if you're watching, I think I want to say that I'm not mad. Not mad at all. I just hope that you're gonna get through this alive, and maybe we'll see each other in the future, like when 10 years, and maybe you can explain why everything happened, and maybe tell me what was love and what was